Good evening. All right, that's good. I cannot breathe. I am stuffed up, and I figured, fuck it. I said I wasn't going to do a show, but I can't breathe. I'm just sitting there, and I legitimately can't breathe. I'm just like, my nose is all stuffed up. So I will be nice to myself. Yeah. What's up, Kev? No, look at it. It's like a sunspot. That's bright. All right, it doesn't need to be that bright. That's just it, Sean. Pollen. I mean, look, you see the size of my nose? Like I can't hide this thing. Can't breathe. It's a Jewish curse. It is. Trust me, we don't like it. We don't like it. Holy crap. You know, when I think about how big my nose is, and then I think about how big my wife's nose is, that our kids didn't come out with crazy noses, or I mean, it's possible they can grow and they can have some kind of crazy mutant nose. But they, especially the little one, man, she's got like this little tiny button nose. He's like the little super little white baby. Oh. All right. You smoke hitters. I have the same problem every year, and I'm not Jewish. Yeah, I know. But we're we just naturally grow these giant things. It's every year. It's like on the dot. There's just a day. The transition from when it's really shitty to like that's it. It's gonna be warm. This happens. And then the same thing happens when it really changes from that fall ends and winter starts. Same shit happens. It's twice a year. And it's the whole night. It's the whole night. Nothing helps. I take Dayquil, NyQuil, Benadryl, anything, any kind of nose thing. Nothing helps. It just processes its fucking course, and then 24 hours later, I'm usually good. It sucks. All right, ladies and gentlemen, light them up. Cheers. CK, my schnoz makes. Really? Oh, you got a big one? It's pretty big, though. It's pretty big. I've seen bigger, but all right. Light them up. Ah, there's no filter in this. It's just one big piece of glass. I keep remembering the screen goes the opposite way. Ah, This is the bio Jesus. This is the 34%. So I'm hoping maybe this just I can just go to sleep a little bit. That was strong. All right. Mr. Michael, try local honey. Yeah, I do. I actually do. When I have my teas, I put the honey in my tea, no sugar. And it's just, it happens every year. Yes, my body's probably healthier this year. But wow. Oh, so I got a news story for you. It's not a it's not a news story, but it's newsworthy. So far, okay? So far, knock on wood, nobody immediately has been affected by anything COVID, any kind of issues. So at Miriam's job, a friend of hers, her coworker, has COVID. She got COVID. She had it many months ago and was over it. She said it wasn't bad for her, like a flu, and she was over it. She got it again. Now, she's a college age kid, but she's fresh out of college, 20, 22, I think. Hang on, my nose is running. Hold on. All right. And then my nose is gonna get all fucking dry, and like the skin is gonna start peeling because I'm using fucking paper towel. Problems. I got problems. So she's 20, 21. She's a kid. She's cute little kid. Good personality. You know, smart kid. Graduated. You know, she's going to another job in a month or so. But she has COVID, and for the past 2 days, she's running a fever, and she's throwing up blood. She didn't get vaccinated. She didn't get any booster or anything like that, or whatever. She's throwing up blood, and the hospital told her, "There's nothing we can do for you. Go home and ride it out. Go home and ride it out." How, do you remember when this first started? And they said that they were leaving the EMTs. I told you I have friends who are cops and fire EMTs, rescue volunteers. But when this first came out, they were telling all the EMTs, like, leave the person, leave them. If they're really coughing, there's no chance of recovery. We don't have the ventilators. We don't have the hospital room. Leave them. Do you remember when this first happened? So she's sick. She's at the hospital, throwing up blood, and the hospital says, "Go home." So did you see Biden's address? I wish I had more to say. I don't know. Last time she spoke with Miriam, she said she was really not doing good. See what happens. I mean, she's 21. Her whole life is in front of her. Just graduated college. That'd really fucking suck. That would really fucking suck. So I'll be honest. I didn't watch the whole address, but yeah, I had to I had to tune in bits and pieces. I figured let me catch some highlights and let me see if I can catch. I think at this point everybody realizes he's going to make you know oopsies, but that's okay. That's okay. Donald Trump created words out of nowhere, so we can laugh at both of them. uh, but I think overall, kind of just was very, you know, I don't even know if it was worth televising or making such a big deal. I get it. He's not going to do the glitz and glamour. He's not going to do the parade thing.
What do you want me to play?
Off. God, they listen to everything, and it's fucking hilarious. What do they need to listen to? I'm right here. I'm live. It's like whoever's doing that has got to be the dumbest fucking person. Ugh. At least you see it, right? You see it. You see it. Like if I just told people, they'd be like, "You're so full of it." No, man, it happens like all the fucking time. Yeah, Kevin, I think that's what it is. That's what it is. It's the new variant, which is supposedly attacking younger kids, teens, 20s. And all of these kids who just finished up their spring breaks and they're like, well, if we got through spring break without getting corona, big fucking deal and all this stuff. That's a problem. That's a problem. So this girl lives in a house with other girls. They all dormed together, and I guess you know rented it together. Two of her roommates recently had COVID. They're all getting it. All these kids, all these kids who like, I don't want to wear a mask. I want to go party. I want to go drink. I want to go dance. I want to hook up here. I want to hook up there. That's scary. That's scary. They're reporting more and more cases of kids every day. I know a lot of people have stopped watching the numbers, the COVID deaths. Doesn't mean they stopped. Doesn't mean they stopped. Remember, our eyes are just being focused off something else to focus on something else. COVID hasn't stopped. Vaccines are one thing. The vaccines seem to be working. But remember, they just started opening up the vaccines, I think 16 and over or 18 and over in some states. You really think the first thing a 16 or an 18-year-old kid is going to do is go get a vaccine? I don't. I'm actually scheduling mine this week. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna, you know, everybody's entitled to choose what you want to do, but I think it makes sense. I think it makes sense. So, 21-year-old girl throwing up blood, pain, fevers, trouble breathing. It can be really fucked up, and then 2-3 days later, the virus is out of her system. Then she's got to recover from it. Remember what they said about the recovery time after you have it? Months, and that's depending on how bad you had it. Like, the damage in the lungs is going to be terrible. Bad shit. Yeah. It's a lot of these kids. I can understand certain things about, adults here and there. Not, okay, it doesn't, a minute here, a minute there. I get it. But it's going to be things people are used to. And that's going to differ from area to area. But the kids, none of these kids, they're all hanging out together. They're all smoking together. They're all drinking together. They're all vaping together. They're all having sex together. This shit's going to spread like a fucking STD. Just from one kid to the next. Yeah. Months of this shit. What is any politician going to do about that? What are we going to do as a country when our kids start dying? What are we going to do? We all know it's going to happen. It could happen to me. I have 5 kids. Could happen to you. What are we going to do? It's only been really, like more than 95% like adults and mostly older people. I mean, you've heard cases, a few people here and there. That's not the norm. But remember, even those small numbers, small percentages, it's going to fill up. Because as we start cracking like, a million people dying so far, like, we're going to start seeing numbers that just, even 5% is 50,000. It's gonna be crazy, crazy numbers. And it's gonna be kids. It's gonna be kids. We're gonna start hearing this. Eventually, these news channels, they're not gonna hide this. They may be hiding it now, like as we speak, because really bring people down. I'm going to hear about it sooner or later. Well, just wanted to stop in and say hello. I really do have something I'm doing, but I couldn't relax. I couldn't breathe. I still can't breathe, but I'm relaxed. So, did its job. Didn't knock me out. So that's good. 34%. And I'm good. Either way, anyway. Guys, have a good night. I'll see you in the morning. And remember, 5 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow. See you in the morning.